Hello, Taylor Ellwood here with Magical Experiments, and we're going to talk a bit further about sound in magic today. And actually, I'm going to start this off with a few books that I'd like to recommend. And the first book is Magical Ritual Methods by William G. Gray. The next book is The Spiritual Dimension of Music by R.J. Stewart. And the final book is Music, Power, and Harmony. And the reason I'm suggesting these books is because in each of them, the respective authors explore the connection between vibration, sound, and magic in depth. Um, it was in Magical Ritual Methods by William G. Gray that I really discovered the power of vibration, because he talks at length about the act of invocation and how when you are invoking a deity or an entity or anything along those lines, that the sounds that you're making aren't just sounds that you're making to, the air around you. They are sounds that you are vocalizing to the entity. They are sounds that you're also directing inward. You are establishing within yourself, within your inner reality, a place that is receptive to the spiritual entity that you're working with, and at the same time you're calling out to that entity and you're creating with the sound a connection. So I found that very helpful in terms of understanding sound, and it's it's why I approach the use of sound and words and magic carefully in general, because to my mind, what you are really doing is you are establishing an inner reality with whatever you speak or whatever sounds you're making, whatever vibrations you're putting forth, as well as an external reality. And you are setting them up and aligning them together. So you need to really recognize that. I like R.J. Stewart's books because he explores in even further depth the nature of mediation in sound. You know, how sound mediates reality, how the vibrations that we use can help to shape and create the reality that we want to manifest. So I really recommend all three of these books to you. Speaking of that, let's consider again this concept of sound and vibration further. When you are doing a working with someone or something, or even just doing a working by yourself, you're still using sound. It's an essential tool, an essential principle of reality. There's never a time that we're not using sound in one form or another. It might be an internal sound. It may not be vocalized. It may be something that we're just creating in here. It's interesting because I would argue that even silence has a sound. And you say, wait a minute, silence? How does silence have a sound? Isn't silence the absence of sound? But it really isn't. If you are silent, and here's a little exercise you can do after you finish watching this video. If you are silent for a few minutes, you will end up picking up lots of noise. And some of it will be noise around you, and some of it will, of course, be noise within you. This is a good way for you to really discover what you're thinking about, what's on your mind, what is occupying you. But also, you'll pick up lots of noises. You might pick up the hum of the refrigerator or the computer, or the sound of something else in the environment. Or if you're outside, you may pick up dozens of little sounds that you normally ignore. It's really important to be receptive to those sounds, to those vibrations, because they're part of our reality. And the question that we need to ask ourselves is, are these sounds conducive to who I am? Is this a sound I really want to have in my reality? Is this a sound that I really want to be participating with? The other aspect too then to all of this is that when you go and you make specific sounds, whether you're speaking words or you're doing meditational sounds or something else along those lines, you want to really consider what you are putting into that sound. Where is that sound coming from? Is it all up here in your head? Is it something that you feel, something that you embody? Is it something that you're connecting with? What does that sound and vibration mean to you? Don't just say it. Feel it. Become it. Make it part of your reality. Because when you just say something, you don't really feel it. You're still creating reality of a sort, but what you're really creating is a reality that says, this isn't what I want. So you want to be very careful about that and really approach it from a place of intention and also attention to what it is that you really want to manifest with the sound that you are evoking or invoking. The sound you are evoking into the environment around you, but also the sound you are invoking into yourself. Have some comments below about sound and vibration. Leave them in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. Thanks.